It's Fandom Friday. Yo! Hey guys, welcome in. I'm Zordon of Doom. I'm a singer, songwriter, and I make content here on YouTube. I also stream on Twitch, and I have music up on Spotify, Apple Music, and here on YouTube. If you would like to check out any of my music or any of my other socials, all links are down in the description, including my most recent song, Stress Ball, which is playing in the background right now. If you're feeling stressed, you can dance to it. Welcome in. It is another Fandom Friday in which I react to music from different fandoms. Fandoms that I'm a part of or fandoms that you guys recommend. And today I will be reacting to Yorushika once again. Seems like this music video dropped a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to catch up on my reactions, but it is called Kasehito or Martian. I was kindly sent a full translation and summary of plagiarism. Candace put so much work into this that I'm going to be making it into a different series on a different day, probably Sunday. I'll probably be doing some showcases for particular OSTs or albums and discussing those on Sundays. But when I'll get around to doing that, not quite sure yet. But today, I digress. It is simply a reaction video to Yorushika's Kasehito. Let's check it out. In the description of the video, it says here, I used to think of myself as a Martian. I honestly thought that I was somewhere special like Mars, and that I had something special. Of course, that's no longer the case. It was other people who were on Mars, and I'm the only one here on Earth. Sincerely yours. Gotta love it, Mbuna. I find the art quite interesting. I'm guessing he's the Martian. Possibly a metaphor for feeling out of place in this world. What's written in the video's description makes me think that it's more of a whimsy rather than it being a negative thing where you feel ostracized from society. There seems to be closed captions, so I'll also do a lyric breakdown after reacting to the video. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, this sounds like whimsy. Ooh. Is this rotoscoped? Hey. Martian. Are these just different ways to say Martian in different languages? Hey. Ooh. He's jazzy. Bass! Woo! That literal rest. This is so fun. This music video is awesome. Art. Heck yeah. Animation director Nelku. Character design Takase Maru. Movement director Chaso. Beautiful. Look at all these animators. Logo and typography design. Art director Shuya Uchiyama. CG directors, digital artist, rotoscope actor. So they did use rotoscope. Offline editor. Yo, they did a fantastic freaking job with this music video. I think it's a very interesting choice that it's a octopus mask face. So good. There were parts of the song that felt playful. There were parts of the song that felt like you were in a jazz club. Just like some of the other songs that I've reacted to with Yorushika, everything is connected. Not only do the words and the visuals tell a story, but the music is also entwined with creating a story. And that's what I love about Yorushika and their vision. Okay, we're gonna go through the lyrics line by line. And also, I'm gonna try and see what language. There were a few languages that I didn't recognize, but all of them consistently say Martian. I think what I really like about this first scene, this first character right here is missing a stroke. There should be one right here. And then he walks to this toward the camera, transitions the dot, and then smacks it. The way that the character, the Martian, is just sometimes like breaking things reminds me of a rage room or a smash room where you can go to places and you can actually pay to break things, to let out your anger. From the tip of my finger, held up straight. It's funny because the Martian is completing the words sometimes or taking away. He's somehow interacting with the text. From the tip of my finger, held up straight, I can see it glittering. From the back of my open mouth, I can see Mars today as always. That part of the verse is very playful in the way that she sings it. And then what you see happening on screen is very playful as well, where the Martian is taking parts of the word. It's like a visual illusion, taking the dot, turning it into a bowling ball, and then he pulls out what would normally be like a cigarette or something, and it turns out that it's like one of those party favors, becomes a balloon that's the same color as the Martian's head. And then the mood of the song changes here and the piano kicks in. I want to have a peaceful life. The Martian starts by sitting down and he's looking down. He looks sad. Even the color is darker. He looks a little frustrated. And when she says arrest, the music also pauses, which is so freaking clever. Please understand. I like that he throws the accent from a lying down position because he's like, please understand. It's fine. And then it transitions. showing the Japanese title, Kase Hito. And the Martian spins around, Rendezvous to Mars. This is the chorus. Very groovy. Something that you can dance to. Very much like what the Martian is doing. Marcelainen. Is that German? Ordinary days, ordinary sympathy. All I want to see is a playful storm. And he flicks the R, I think. Yeah. Rendezvous to Mars. There's no need for a lantern nor a mirror. And then the Martian walks across the screen to pick up the I to smash the A. If only my misery were the reflection of the moon. I guess because the moon sort of looks peaceful. The moon is often perceived as being beautiful. I also really like that when the Martian sort of is hitting the letters, art is what remains. It's super clever. And then the next scene is him under this spider, which is, I believe, a very famous art installation. It's called Maman. It was made in 1999. It's a bronze, stainless steel, and marble sculpture in several locations by the artist Louise Bourgeois. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. The sculpture, which depicts a spider, is among the world's largest, measuring over 30 feet high and over 33 feet wide. After reading that, I find it interesting that the Martian's standing underneath the spider. I also read that the artist created the spiders as a symbol or a metaphor to a mother's strength, specifically the artist's, Bourgeois' mother. And with the Martian standing under the spider, it's like the spider is the protector. The Martian looks so tiny looking up. If you look at the words, if only my misery were the reflection of the moon, sort of looking up at the spider, kind of like you look up at the moon in a way. And then you zoom out and the spider is a part of the word Martian. There's so many layers here. So you got art, that's an art piece, Martian, and the Martian being protected by the spider. Also, from what I can see, because it's rotoscoped, the notes are accurate to what we are hearing. I'm constantly having to Google. So Marcianen, I think, is Polish. So I was also trying to see if there was an extra layer behind this, that maybe the reason why they chose Polish for Martian here is because this grand piano was created or has its origins in Poland, but it seems like Steinway is German. Maybe I'm trying to think too much into it. This looked Russian. And then this is Arabic. Orang Marik is Malay. This, I don't know what language this is. So here we have the start of the second verse. The tip of the pen held up straight. Unlike your finger in the first verse, I can see my coreless self. I like that with this line, the Martian looks through one of the letters to correspond with I can see my coreless self. And then the Martian eats it. Even in a deadly silent night. Also the piano just doing trills right before the Martian pushes the letters. This is almost in like a comic book style, but you can hear the piano. It's like a sound effect for the Martian pushing the M. Even in a deadly silent night, orchid petals stand out nicely. Marciano. Marciano? Yeah. Marciano is that Italian? Not that the football or soccer gives it away. The Martian kicking the O like a soccer/football. Let me sleep deeply. Marziano. Okay, Marziano is also Italian. Art style for this kind of reminds me of the statues and paintings that you would often see in Italy. Inspired or takes reference from the fresco paintings. He's lying down, let me sleep deeply, and then he leans over to completely lie down. Caress me gently. Rendezvous on Mars. You can actually see his mouth here. I'd say it's a mask, but I don't know. Days of inertia. Ideal is the gravity. This feels so deep. Days of inertia. Days of motion. Ideal is gravity. Being grounded, maybe? I love the transitions. All I want to see is what's inside of you. I like the Martian points at us. Want to see you for you. Rendezvous to myself. There's no need for music nor drugs. Oh, getting to know more about yourself. You don't need anything else. Spending time with you. Also, I love the detail in this room. This Martian seems like a very well-established, very science-y Martian. Interesting. And then I think this is the Russian word for Martian on the wall. And the Martian's reading up on space. It's a lot of interesting little details here. Even the rocket poster in the background. The map of the globe on the wall as well. If only my values were the reflexes of the brain. Interesting. If only I didn't have to really think about my values. They just came naturally. I didn't have to overthink, underthink. It just happened. They were just me. I didn't have to worry about it. I like this because the Martian seems to be holding the word that defines him. The symbolism behind this is so layered because you have the Martian holding up the word Martian to the sky as if questioning themselves. You know what I mean? Looking at their values, who they are, in between these two fingers. It's like contemplating one's existence. 100% sure that I've missed a bunch of tiny details and symbolism. Please leave your own thoughts down below. And then this is Chinese. He's playing ping pong. Because I know that sport is quite big in China, if I remember correctly. Yes? And then we go back to the Korean text of Martian, of which he's already eaten the circle here, and now he eats the circle that's over here. I wonder if that means something. The circle, because moon, trying to digest who they are? Maybe I'm overthinking at this point. And then this is just a montage of different ways to say Martian. Also, this is cute because this particular one is in reference to Star Wars. Just the text fading out into the starry sky. From the tip of the tail held up straight. Whose tail? I can see the thread-like crescent moon in a haze. And then it shows a bathhouse and the sun rising behind Mount Fuji. I think this one might stump me a little bit. I'm curious about what this text is. I like the little details because you can see smudges, like it's actually written in a novel or on paper. And what plays during this is the really dope bass. And then we got another rest where everything stops. And there's a period as well. It's just rest before the band kicks in. It's so frustrating. And then the Martian comes back out with the bat to smash the little dot because the rest doesn't last that long. I like that you can hear, it's a snap. You can hear the snap. Rendezvous to Mars. Back to dancing. Because the chorus hits. Days of inertia, day after day of reason. Oh, days in motion, day after day of reason. Finding purpose in every day. All you're missing is time and leeway. Ooh, I like that. I like that line. All you're missing is time and leeway. In the chaos that is your life and going day by day, going through the motions and sort of finding a reason to be in motion, to be alive. There are times when you just stop. Give yourself time to rest, time to do things that you want to do. And this line is also saying by a group. Rendezvous to Mars. And then you see the text for Martian in all the different languages sort of falling? There's no need for bullets nor fireworks there. Oh, and then the R was a gun. And then the dot for the I becomes the bullet. There's no need for bullets nor fireworks there, which is interesting because what you see here, or what you see in the video, is the Martian turns the text into fireworks. I wish the land on Mars were the same as chocolate. Well, it looks like a firework, but it's actually blossoms, petals, which is prettier. This scene is so pretty. Rendezvous to Mars. Goodbye to that gravity of the Earth. Yeah, you're finally letting yourself go. All I'm looking at is the light of words. Rendezvous to Mars. There's no need for a lantern nor a mirror. And we're back to the beginning. Chorus. If only my misery were the reflection of the moon. And then you have the Martian just walking through all of the previous scenes that we saw throughout the music video, which is so freaking cool. And then ends with him bringing back the dot that he smashed in the beginning. And then the Martian is sitting there looking at the credits. This was such a cool looking music video. I absolutely loved it. There were so many different layers, and I'm sure I was overthinking some things. I probably definitely missed some other things. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Alright guys, I think that is it for this reaction. Thank you so much if you've stayed till the end. I always love dissecting lyrics and trying to figure out if it's simple, if it's more complicated. I love doing that and comparing it. And it's even more so interesting to me because it's Japanese to English, so I'm sure there's a lot of things that sort of fall through the cracks or don't make it through the translation. It's always a pleasure to listen and read what Nbuna comes up with, because there's such interesting stories and visuals. But yeah, thank you so much for listening in with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Don't forget that no matter how it is you are feeling, you are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. You are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. Alright guys, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.